Yeah, like the beginning of Dragnet. It's all city of stories. Sometimes those stories interject.
Um,
That's the tagline here.
God bless you and yours, Dante. I look forward to your call.
Yes, have a pleasant evening.
Okay. I'm going to hang up. I'm going to make 2 more phone calls.
Oh boy.
The first is to a newspaper clipping service, which normally just clips out when I'm listed in the society page.
Of course. What are you gonna have them do?
I'm going to have them clip more stories. I'm going to give them that name, Claudia, was it Rains?
Harvey.
Harvey.
Claudia Harvey. I don't want to say Claudia Rains. Yeah, Harvey, the name of the park, some of the other missing children's names, that park itself. Want them to clip news stories and find stuff in the morgue, and I'll go pick it up tomorrow.
Okay. And the second call?
Because that just costs money. Second call is to the private investigator. I'll probably wind up leaving a message unless he's actually there.
He's there at the moment. So
Okay,
he'll
I'll
take
tell
the
him.
call. Or an assistant will.
I know you're looking. I want to expand your retainer. I need you to go, sigh, to the city morgues and look for Claudia Harvey, small children, and some of these other names. See if you can find anything about anything obvious about them. Starting with, of course, the morgues.
So I'm just gonna write down Claudia,
Yeah,
detective.
I mean, I'm eliminating obvious possibilities.
But what are the 2 things you hired them to do? So one is to look for Claudia in the morgue.
The other one is to look for because we don't know what happened to William Breakstone. We didn't actually find his corpse, right? He just went missing, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So I'm gonna tell him that also look for this stuff too.
Okay. So he's in the process of investigating then. So let's go ahead and fast forward to the next day then. If no one else is going to do anything during the night, and Rafferty, you've already done your thing for the night.
Yeah, in fact, there's one last thing I'm going to do during the night. I'm going to look up where this package address is. You said it was in the Lakefront District, right?
Yeah, so basically, next morning, probably like by noon or so, you have the address and you're going to go investigate that.
Yeah, I mean,
that's about where I would fast forward to next.
Yeah, excellent. Yeah, I would just look up.
And on a quick note, of course, when you come back after your trip, when you come back home, there's a message waiting for you from your detective, and they will say that they had not found that name in any of the city's morgues. It was a very quick search.
All the dead children are accounted for.
All right, so you are going to go ahead and head out to that industrial address.
So it is industrial, right?
That is correct. It's up across, not too far away from the riverbank, where a lot of other industrial factories are set up.
So it is a factory, okay. Because environmental protection, what's that? Just dump all the stuff in the river.
More importantly, a lot of industry here takes water from the lake, specifically for whatever applications they need as well.
Yep.
So that makes it convenient. And of course, this address in particular seems only a little different from other addresses, mostly in that it is surrounded by a brick wall that is at least 3 meters high and has barbed wire at the top. And at the front, there is a sign that says that it is electrified.
If I had a wall like that, the orphans would never get in my property.
And in addition to that, the front gate is made out of solid wood reinforced with iron bars. It is not visible into the premises.
So what kind of factory is this? Obvious Front Incorporated?
Well, as far as you can tell, the lights are on during the day, and people seem to be working inside. You can definitely hear noise.
Hey, listen. The doorknob business is a cutthroat industry at this day and age.
What kind of factory has 3-foot, 3-story brick wall?
3
I will
meter,
sure.
not 3-story.
Well, sorry, 1
If
story.
it was 3-story, I'd start questioning too.
And electrified barbed wire. What the hell do they have in there? I want to call my Fed and ask him if this is like a federal, weapons research station or something like that before I went inside.
You'll of course call up your Fed contact, and they'll go,
That's
"Oh,
Boone,
I'm
right?
looking at
Because
my
Boone's a
book
Fed.
here, and it's saying no. We got a
Okay.
couple names in town that produce weapons. You want those?"
No, that's all right. And I'm also like places like Lockheed Martin would not be this much in the city limits. So
Right. I mean, you can always make a roll to see like who does produce weapons and say, but that's not important
I
to
mean,
you
is there
right
any
now, I think.
signage outside that says what this place is?
Mm, hold up a second. I'm thinking. Uh, ah, I have to actually find the word that I'm looking for. Yes, you do find it. It is Wallace Breweries. That is what the property is called.
Breweries. Why would there a brewery be open during Prohibition?
It is possible that it has been repurposed, but nobody renamed it. The sign, in fact, looks several years old. It has plenty of rust upon it.
This is so ridiculously suspicious.
What are you talking about? It's totally legit.
I'm guessing I can't see any of the windows.
No, not from the ground story.
Well, it's on the lakefront, but there's an easier way to get in. I'm just since there's workers inside, I'm just gonna hang around and wait for 5 o'clock and wait for the people to go home. It doesn't look like they actually live on the premises, does it?
Good question. What would you have to determine that beforehand?
Well,
If you wait until 5 o'clock, you'll definitely have an answer, though.
the study of architecture is academics, which I actually have.
You could go ahead and give me some mind academics.
I have 2 successes.
From what you can see about this factory, you think that, yeah, it may very well house some workers inside of it.
Yeah, because there might be like
a
barracks building on the side, because that's not that unusual. Wow, so they've got a whole bunch of people here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Who live on the premises.
Undoubtedly, you can tell. You can see sort of the tapered top of a small building, sort of on the side, that is also probably security right past the gate.
Do they? I'll get out the binoculars. Do they have guns?
It is still a brick wall, unfortunately.
Oh,
you're only seeing the roof of what is ultimately what you assume is a security shack.
I'll go next door. Because this is a factory district, I'll climb one of the nearby buildings so I can get there inside.
How are you going to climb it? Do you have access to those premises either? They have simpler chain link fences.
Yeah, they have simpler chain link fences that won't electrify me if I try to go. So,
right.
I have athletics and evasion, 2 necessary skills for urbex.
That sounds perfect to me. You can go ahead and do that and climb a fire escape once you get there.
Okay. I mean, I just need to not get caught. I'm freaking Batman. I only have 2 successes.
Well, you are still freaking Batman, and that is technically enough. I'm going to drag you all to a new map.
Yep.
Objects and tokens. Your token is, I think, shift-click here.
Yeah.
And I will go ahead and start revealing some areas.
Yeah. I mean, when in doubt, break into a lower security place, scope out the high security place. Oh, and if it matters, I have a sneaky outfit, so they give me a guy.
Yeah, you could have rolled an extra d8 on that, but 2 successes will get you anywhere you want at the moment. Or
I
at
am the
least,
one in black.
into a building like that. Alright, so you can see ultimately the right side of the premises here, and what's ultimately sort of the front courtyard. You actually see a car is parked up front right now that seems, at least to your taste, richer than what any worker probably would own. And of
Okay.
course, you do notice a couple of people who happen to be sort of milling about the courtyard, backs up against the building.
That's a passenger car.
Yes.
I'm guessing I can't make out the plate from this distance and angle.
Correct.
Damn it.
You
All
are
right.
too far.
But it's an expensive car. That's something to go with. And a passenger car, too. That's weird. And the security guards, are they just there to look conspicuous or are they armed?
Uh, they are in fact armed.
With what? Carbines, Tommy guns, rifles?
It looks like they just have pistols on their person.
Wow. Well, I'd say they're openly carrying, but then the other side of a brick wall.
This is very true. They are technically on their own property at the moment.
Do I see any like incinerators going off, smokestacks, or is it just a big tin roof?
You can see a steam stack that is currently active.
Hmm. This is so weird. And all their correspondence they have funneled through 2 or 3 different addresses just to get here. Is this on the riverfront?
No, it's further away from the river.
Okay, so they're not
It's on the
drawing
north side of the city.
They're not drawing obvious water or dumping, obviously. Although they could just be dumping in the sewer for all I know.
Uh,
But that,
it does look like there is a wastewater dump.
yeah. But on the other hand,
And it
that
is
probably
a closed pipe that goes off several meters to actually reach the lake.
so they have their own private dumping pipe that doesn't mix with anything else, right?
Correct.
All right. Now that I've got a look of the place, now, wow, that is just extremely dangerous. I'm going to go down by the riverfront and get a sample of the water that they're dumping.
Alright, scooping up a sample is easy enough. You could just go ahead and pull out a bottle and fill it up.
Okay, the most obvious question I have to ask: does the water smell like lavender?
Yes.
Oh my god!
You also can easily observe that it is a slight orange tint.
What color was the acid in the acid guns?
In the vial it was orange, but when it came out it was green.
Yeah, this is an orange liquid that has a lavender scent.
You also
Yeah,
notice that there's a lot of dirt and muck mixed in with this.
right. Well, but that's the kind of thing I was looking.
Yeah.
Ah, and they keep the workers on site, and there's people missing. And the other thing I'm thinking about is, and there's missing people. Wow, I wonder if they've been abducting people and forcing them to work in their acid factory.
Well, would you like to go knock on the door and ask?
Ah, and I don't have a warrant either. I'm going to tell the police this factory smells like perfume, therefore we need to raid it. Wow, this is like all Batman pay dirt in one day. I'm gonna take a note the way the security guards are dressed, and what I think is a hilarious running theme. Since I have a day until Dante is going to call me back, and I haven't wasted the rest of today yet, I'm going to go to a tailor and get an outfit made that looked like one of the security guard outfits. Is it just a suit off the rack, or is it some kind of jumpsuit or something?
It looks like it's a sort of boiler suit tailored for their job.
Okay, I'll go buy a suit that looks like that.
Alright, that is
In fact,
easy enough for you to procure. You are rich and nothing will stop you.
I'll buy 4 suits that look like that.
Wow, okay. So you now have plenty of them. You are bundled up for winter. What do you do?
I need to wait for Dante to call me back. So I need to. I guess what I might do is I might spend the rest of today, because I'm guessing they're probably not in morgues. I can't think of anything else to do to look for Breakstone. I already have investigators looking into it, and I don't actually have any questioning skill. I guess all I can do is, since I have busy waiting, all I can do is take it out my personal trainer, like thinking, I can't. All those resources still helpless to help people. Bam, bam, bam. If only I could punch evil in the face and make everything simple. Last life is so complicated. I'm
You
filled
start
with
punching hard enough that you just punch the handbag off of him that he's like letting you punch into.
I'm filled with.
I
such
hope whatever you're
complicated-
working out is working out.
I think I finally found. I think I found what I'm looking for.
Now I'm gonna go look for the broom. Sand everywhere now.
Yep.
All right. Dante and Zamek, was there anything you were planning to do?
For Daddy, I guess I'm gonna push Zamek on his new act.
Zamek, you got a new act? Did you pull out a new sheet of paper?
Oh no, yeah. Now I got a new sheet of paper and I'm writing furiously on it.
Oh no, I wanna see your act. I wanna see what
Oh,
you've been
no.
working on.
Oh no, boss! It's a surprise. You're gonna love it.
Wait a minute. I might have to wait. I might not have to wait till tomorrow. Is Dante's act announced?
Sorry, is Dante's act what? I didn't hear the last part.
Aren't you like listed as performing some way? Dante the.
Yeah, no, there's posters with all the information on it.
Oh yeah, screw it. I'll go there.
Yeah, so you can just show up at the theater, honestly. The doors are, of course, locked. I presume you guys will lock them while you're not actually performing.
Yeah, because we don't want people walking in, seeing how the stunts are done.
Yeah, that was some weird bad luck earlier, huh?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let some locked door stop me from getting in.
Alright, what do you have to break into the local theater?
Well, the real trick is to climb up to the roof and way in.
Conversely, you could have just knocked.
I can't.
Oh
I'm
come on,
Batman.
he's Batman.
I'm the woman in black. I have to sneak in. And get my head.
She has a. She
So,
has.
so you're gonna sneak in through the roof and basically come down the roof entrance.
Because you
Yeah,
have
do
to
you want
have
me to
that
make a roll
moment.
of athletics and evasion?
No,
Don't you-
I'm just gonna give it to you just because it's funny right now.
I know,
Don't you
because
know,
I've got like
Dante?
6 dice.
We're gonna have that moment where we're talking, and then next thing you know, she's just gonna show up next to you, and we're gonna be like, "Holy shit, how'd you get in here?"
Here's the problem,
Yeah, so
though,
you two
is
are
she's
talking
gonna
about
have to
that.
try and disappear every time we talk to her, too.
Yeah.
I'll make a roll for that, but but yeah, so you two are just talking about your act. When Claudia, what do you do?
Start talking about your act, because I got to interrupt you.
Well, I just what I did. I've asked Zamek to show off his act, and he's in the midst of, pedaling out.
Like it's
Well,
it's
I want to see his act. Go ahead and roll for it.
He has no act is the problem. We're having more of a dispute on the fact that I've asked him multiple times to ready an act, and he has pushed it off.
So it's an
focused-
ambiguous conversation of continuing to push it off, isn't
I'll
it?
have to speak from the shadows and say, have you ever considered escapology?
and I go, "Holy shit, what the fuck?"
And you're in full lady in black attire, right?
Of course, it gives me an extra bonus myself.
And I go, "I thought you locked all the doors."
I thought you locked them. I'm sorry.
Didn't we
Dante, I thought you locked all the doors.
Yeah, that's what I said. I thought we locked the doors.
You
I'm not going to ask you about any of your trade secrets. So please don't ask me about mine.
No, you just sneak in and watch them as they're performed. It's so.
Dante, I believe I found your missing persons.
Did you?
I apologize for being so brusque, but it is of urgency that I find you immediately.
Tell me, where did you find them?
I found them at an industrial, for lack of a better word, an industrial prison that's located near the lakefront district. They're housed inside uh, uh, with walls of brick and an electrified fence.
Follow-up question out of character. How far away from here is Willow Springs?
Willow Springs was probably a good 20-minute drive.
20-minute drive,
30
so
minutes.
quite a distance on foot.
Yeah.
So you're telling me that you think that an 11-year-old girl was kidnapped from a forest a fairly long distance away and brought here to work in a factory?
20 minutes? That's not that far.
It's pretty far to abduct a small child to do manual labor, I should think. Sorry, I don't mean to doubt you. You're the expert here. I'm just voicing concerns. Don't mind me.
Science has shown us that abducted children are often taken more than a half hour's distance away from they were abducted.
Do these also not tell us that they are usually abducted by family members? Are you now going to tell me that they're a family that also runs the warehouse?
I'm not sure who runs the operation or what it is. I do know they're making illegal contraband, and the factory itself is surrounded by a prison wall. There are people imprisoned inside. It's a high likelihood that even if the little girl isn't imprisoned there, you also talked about there's also been reports of adults missing as well. Any of them could be inside. I came to you because you, Dante, first of all, understand more than the police do about these abductions. Also, well, you're, a prestidigitator. You know something about getting in and out of impossible places, yes?
It is my job.
Getting inside to find out what's going on is going to be next to impossible. Even with my unique set of skills, this is a place that not only has almost impregnable walls, but also armed guards.
I see. And you would want our help with this, is what I'm hearing?
Yes, we might be helping each other. At the very least, we could be rescuing people from a tragedy itself. I believe this factory is connected with the with the mysterious figure known only as Mr. Wonderful and his strange chemical weapons. It would make sense that he was abducting people and forcing them to work in his chemical factory because of its danger to health.
I'm sorry, it sounded like you were going to say something else, and I could not tell if you were finished.
Yeah, my inflection kind of gave that. I kind of gave up on that. No, pretty much danger to health. I mean, if he's running a chemical weapons factory and it's not safe, you can't very well hire new people once the old ones have suffered horrible fates. So it makes a lot more sense they would just abduct people to do it.
And wait, this factory is associated with Mr. Wonderful?
I found this, holding up a jar of strange orange liquid. This has similar chemical properties to the acid guns that Mr. Wonderful was loading onto the Labrazio gang.
Well, I don't know if this has anything to do with it, but it's a mighty weird coincidence. And I take out the newspaper article about the apartment that caught on fire. It goes, just so happened, there's a whole slew of these mysterious fires going all over town, and they all seem to involve something called a Mr. Wonderful doll. And I guess I show him the other article with the picture of the Mr. Wonderful doll on it. Exactly.
Who would buy that of their own free will?
I don't have any idea. However, there's a name associated with this. The name I got, and then I pull out another crumpled piece of paper somewhere from my pocket. Jennifer Osborne. It's apparently associated with the distribution of these dolls, which I don't know why you would call it Mr. Wonderful, and I have a very, very strange suspicion that there has something to do with factory.
Well, the factory is mislabeled. People don't go in or out, and has armed guards. And also it's not showing up in any registries that I could find. Highly suspicious, especially with evidence of chemicals. We need to get inside and find out what's going on. There's people at risk.
Absolutely. Okay. I mean, I'm all for that, but unless you want to mount some sort of commando-like operation, and I'm sorry, but me and the boss here, we're hardly the frontline troop type.
Well, first I thought I'd ask you. I mean, you guys are like, do you have like Houdini's number or something?
Well, for one thing, you've already stated, out of character, that Houdini doesn't exist in this world.
Oh, yeah.
Secondly, I was mentored.
Houdini.
Yeah, Houdini. But to whatever equivalent he would have had.
Well, we would probably have Karnaki instead of Houdini, and he'd be useless because he's not an escapologist; he's a spiritualist.
Actually, I was mentored by the second best. Sorry, I've got like 8 pages of backstory. I sometimes have to pick through here.
Wait, he's having a flashback. Don't interrupt him. It could cause serious damage if you do.
Well, unfortunately, my problem is that I used real names before you said that they didn't exist in this world, so it's like, shit.
I have a feeling if Houdini did exist, Houdini devoted his life to debunking, and the fact that supernatural powers actually exist means that Houdini would be at least fundamentally different.
Yeah, because he'd be wrong, and we don't want to make him wrong. Anyway, no, because...
I know he could still prove everything he debunked wrong.
Anyways.
And he's not totally wrong that a lot of people are grifters. So that's one of the problems with Supernatural, is sorting out the grift from the real thing.
That is true.
I do not know of this name that you spoke of, but I did train under some of the best, so perhaps it is possible. If you had seen my act, you would know.
I mean, yeah, you're capable of feats beyond comprehension. I don't know anything about breaking and entering. I don't know how to dismantle an electrical grid. Possibly we could try to disguise ourselves.
I mean, I could sneak into the place, but what would be the purpose of us going in there? I am thinking perhaps maybe we can attack this from a different angle. What if these Mr. Wonderful dolls has something to do with it? We have a name, Jennifer Osborne. Maybe we could find an entrance through that person.
Possible.
I would dare say there is not a lock that I could not pick. I feel like my eyes are going to roll in my head trying to figure out if I just performed a double negative or not.
Now, the problem is there aren't no locks. They have iron shod doors, visual security, and walls. I think our best bet would be somehow get over the wall or under it.
Like I said, I'm also saying it's probably a lot easier to break into Jennifer Osborne's location than this location.
Oh, we could just do that, sure. I mean, in fact, we should just... Why don't we just go do that right now? That sounds way easier. Who is Jennifer Osborne and where does she live or work?
All I know is that she's associated with this Mr. Wonderful doll thing, and she's a distributor, right?
He's their distributor.
Out of character, Griff. What was Jennifer Osborne's
Yeah, as far as
relationship
you've seen, you've heard her name associated with these things and is apparently selling these dolls.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, she sells these dolls. If she happens to call them Mr. Wonderful, I kind of feel like that's too much of a coincidence.
Sure. Well, if she has a sales address, I mean, if she's a distributor, she has to have like a sales office. Let's call information.
Whom exactly are you calling, and with what abilities?
So in the 1920s, you were able to dial 0 to get the operator, and then you could ask them to look up phone numbers for you.
Okay. I will go ahead and return this to you. If you are asking for a Jennifer Osborne, you will not get back a valid hit.
Well, Zamek, you said they were a distributor. Do you have the name of the distribution company?
Hugo just dropped.
I figured he just dropped. Did he?
And now he's back. There we go.
Did he get the name of the distribution company?
No.
All right. Well, the
There
next
was
thing
no
I'll do,
distribution company involved in the reports, anyway.
then how do you know this name Osborne? How did she show up?
her name has come up as the person who's been selling these dolls.
Like
everyone she's sold dolls to, their apartment is caught on fire, and I'm assuming, right, Griff?
You will whip out a copy of the newspaper that was made for you.
okay,
Right.
so the newspaper report lists Jennifer Osborne.
Right, and it listed in basically a side blurb in a similar passage as to yesterday's story,
All right.
wherein it will say like, well, the doll was reportedly bought from a tenant named Jennifer Osborne, who sold it to the family. She was not available for comment.
So Jennifer Osborne was a tenant in the building that burned down.
In a few of them, actually.
Jennifer Osborne was somehow a tenant in multiple buildings that all burned down within weeks of each other.
Is that really what I discovered?
Yes.
Okay,
Over
so
the past few months, there's been a new fire, and a couple of them are related, or at least have reference to that name.
So yeah, that's
It's
why I
probably
think
just
she's.
a fake. Yeah, it's probably just a fake name because I can't see somebody getting tenancy in like 3 or 4 different buildings within weeks of each other.
Well, like I said, I've reached the limits of my investigative skills, so that's what I got.
I guess if it
Kind of-
helps, the oldest story has the name Jennifer Osborne, but another one about a month ago also has the name Jennifer Osborne. Is possible they're being cycled.
Okay, yeah. I mean, like, first of all, that might be a false name, and second of all, she has no location or address. We'd have to go looking for a woman named Jennifer Osborne who could literally be in any building in the city.
Well, we do know the places where these incidents have happened. If there's a Jennifer Osborne listed, wouldn't we have some?
Yes, have we yet looked in the phone book?
We did. They didn't have a listing for Jennifer Osborne.
Okay, just checking. What about the post office?
Well, they don't actually give that information out at the post office.
You could
Without
claim
a mail is a federal offense.
you could claim to be Jennifer Osborne and look for your lost mail.
Hello, Jennifer Osborne. Is there mail for me?
Or try to fill out a change of address form and see where that gets you.
Yeah, but don't you have to have like proof of ID or
You can't
something?
fill out a change of address form to find out your old address. That would be hilarious. Yeah, no, I'm guessing Jennifer Osborne has moved on to one of the many other tenement buildings in Tricoga, which means she could be in any dozens of locations. I'm going to stress again, this is a factory that apparently makes acid and has captive people inside.
Understood.
As much as I would love to look for this Osborne, and I can put out my nets to search for them, and I don't get me wrong, I believe she is a person of interest. The factory sounds like a much more likely. Your people might not actually be in there, but I'd like you to come with me to look at it because it's a prison not too far from where missing people are.
All right, I'll tag along. I'm a pretty sneaky person.
Do any of you know anything about breaking in or out of prison? Not that I'm casting aspersions here.
I did escape from the gypsies.
And I was a former slave that broke free from bondage.
You didn't break free. What are you telling people?
I got that.
I'm just gonna like pause and stare at them, realizing, they're actor folk, so they might just be putting me on.
Yeah. So,
do any of you have any breaking and entering skills, like in game terms?
I have two evasion.
Are you asking out of character? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
Does any of you have craft? Do any of you have craft?
No. I have a D8 in speed, and I have 2D6 in evasion.
I mean, I am loaded down with deceit, climbing. I have stealth.
I also have athletics.
Yeah, I have stealth.
Right. So we're loaded up in the stealth department. So we're good in the entering department, but not so much in the breaking department.
I mean, like I said, I don't think there's a lock that can hold me back.
Right. So if we can actually get inside, we can pretend that we belong there. I have managed to procure for us some disguises to use once we get, to help us get inside.
Yeah, that's what I said. I could totally help you break into this place.
Well, you guys have observation and evasion. Why don't I take you guys down to
To the factory.
down to the factory. Which one of you stole the truck?
You mean my truck?
Let's take your truck.
Yeah, let's take my truck.
The truck he painted that no longer looks like a Mr. Wonderful truck.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a Mr. Wonderful truck anymore.
Which is a shame. It looked like Mr. Wonderful truck when you just drive at the front door.
That is true, but I wasn't aware of the fact that we were going to go into a Mr. Wonderful factory when I painted it forest green, okay?
They might still let us in. But the problem is we'd have to be bringing something in that they want. I'm guessing they have their deliveries. I'm going to level with you guys. I had to go through a web of at least 3 drops just to get to this place. Whoever they are, they want to keep this place very secret.
So let's just do the sneak, hide, go in quietly way. We'll park off a little bit further away.
Let's go case the joint. The problem with getting in is that there would only be 2 ways in.
Wait. You said it was on the waterfront?
Near the waterfront.
Not on the waterfront. Okay, never mind. I retract.
Yeah, it's actually like a block or 2 away?
Yeah. That would be correct.
They do have a pipe that feeds into the river, but how big was that pipe? That pipe was no more than 1 meter across, right?
Right. It would be a tight fit, and of course it is constantly pouring out
toxic sludge.
Hazard toxic chemicals, yes.
Yeah.
So
you want to take a drink of it and see what happens?
No. Okay, also, because this is going to be dangerous, let's go heavy. You guys, do you have shooters?
I did recently come into possession of a shotgun.
Excellent. Do you know how to shoot it?
No. I know you aim it in one direction and a lot of tiny little things come out.
What about you, Zamek?
I hate guns.
Well, you guys are scary. Let's hope you can point the gun at people and threaten them to stop.
Oh yes, anybody that's seen my show, as that you haven't, would know that I can catch bullets.
I've seen how the gangsters. I see how the gangsters act in the silent films. I can make it work.
Can you hypnotize people and compel their wills?
No, it's not that kind of magic show.
Sometimes, sometimes I can be very persuasive.
Only the bedroom.
I'm just gonna take him to check out. We'll get in the truck, stop about a block away, and I'll go to the same prison I showed them. I mean, you guys can see, obviously, look at those walls, and the signs say that fence is electrified.
All right, I'll do an mind observation thing. Can I figure out anything going on here?
You could basically end up at the same vantage point as the woman in black did here. And see roughly the same sort of scenario. About what time in the day would this be? Or do you have a time that you'd like to come back?
Well, now it's evening.
Yeah. So as evening's approaching, you can of course see a truck is actually pulling up to the building.
Oh, wait, guys, if we might be able to get in on the truck.
Yes. It is approaching it and is stopping there.
Yeah, guys, let's hurry up.
All right, okay, let's do it.
Okay, so what do you have and what are you going to do?
Wait, did we change costumes yet? You might be dressed as a stealth, but my average is a fancy outfit, which might not really fit in.
Yeah, we would have
in the disguises or different outfits.
Since we already brought the outfits with us, we might as well have changed into those already. I can't think of any reason not to. I know ninjas like to dress all in black. Sure, we'll lose a D8 of stealth, but if we get caught, we can at least look the part. And you guys have deceit out the wazoo because you're performers, right?
I
have presence.
I have presence and deceit.
Yeah, deceit is the skill you want.
That's why I'm the boss.
Yeah, so you can just lean on us. Let's all get in disguise and then try to sneak up on the truck. You guys can grab onto the side of the truck and ride it inside, right?
Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll hop in the back and see if we can sneak in.
Well, I assume the back. First of all, is it a 10-wheeler truck?
It's 6 wheels.
It's
not that big.
It's only a pickup truck.
So you mean like a bread truck with 2 extra wheels?
Right.
Yeah.
It looks like it could probably do local deliveries, and
All
not
right.
a whole lot of them at once.
Now, is the place electrically lit?
Yes.
Okay. So when the truck pulls up the door, do we see like a way we could try to go in a weak point that we could get in through the shadows?
Yes, because there is a solid brick wall that is providing plenty of shadows for you.
Yeah. Let's just sneak in. This now is our chance.
All right.
Okay.
So if you crew would like to do so, you could roll speed and evasions and just go straight into the truck, or did you have a different plan for that? Just
I
straight
think we
into
should
the
go in
truck.
with the truck. We don't have a present.
Yeah. Okay. Can I add my athletics to this?
Yeah, everyone can add athletics too, because you're trying to run up there in time before the gate opens and it starts moving again.
Wow, I've rolled you a countdown. How about that?
Nice. However,
Um,
none of those are successes. Would you like to declare a favored use?
Okay, what would a favorite use of athletics be in this situation?
Sprinting might apply.
Sprinting it is. I have no evasion.
Come on, get at least one success. There you go. Zamek, you're looking at least one, and Claudia, was that
I have 2.
4d8s that you rolled there your roll?
You
Yeah.
said throw my athletics in there. My 2 best skills are athletics and evasion.
Yeah, so you got the best possible stuff for here, but you still only got 2. But one success will be enough. The people are not watching enough.
Could
Eventually,
could I try to short out one of these electrical lights that you mentioned to, make a distraction or something?
you definitely could if you would like.
Do you have some sort of supernatural reach in time and space?
3 successes, I believe, is enough
wow.
to... Hold on, what did I roll on my power die? Okay, sorry, I need to re-roll that power die.
Yeah, it should be a D4 right now.
Why didn't you tell me you could have just knocked out the power grid?
Because I'm not doing this, obviously.
I know.
You're going for lights to make
Shit.
it easier.
I would like to use my personality.
Okay.
I've thrown it out there, I might as well go the whole way. My mercurial personality. I always have a plan.
We've already got 3 successes. That should be enough.
No.
You played a lot of staying close to the chest, and now you're really getting out.
The power die 6 doesn't count because my power die went down by 1 earlier, so it was actually a d4.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now it's a 3. Now I can use electrokinesis to short out that light.
Okay, yeah.
You sure can, and the area will be engulfed in darkness, leaving just the headlights of the truck.
What luck! The light went out of its own.
The security guard doesn't pay much mind, and you can hear him opening up the gate as he's talking to the driver. It's like, yeah, just me.
When did they invent the sodium pressure lights? Let me check this.
Good
They're already
question.
invented by this point.
Yeah, then there's probably a sodium light, which meant it was like really loud and really scary.
Yeah, it hummed.
Yeah, I'm gonna be moving you guys around a little bit. Don't worry just yet.
Yeah, kind of like when you walk past a popping car tire when it's unexpected. See people jump.
2 back so that you guys can be on top of it.
Oh yeah, low pressure sodium was made around 1920, so modern sodium lamps. They have that annoying yellow glow.
So as you are in the back of the car, with all the lights out, you hear the security guard talking with the driver for a little bit. It's like, yeah, just drive up. I'll go in and tell everyone. And of course he disappears inside. As you are sitting in the back of the truck, it is performing a small maneuver in this tight space to align the back of it up to the truck door, of which someone has opened up. The security guard next to it. And he is now idling about, kind of walking around. And what do
Well,
you do?
I'm waiting for Claudia to lead the way. She's the vigilante. I'm just you know.
Let's go this way. This looks over here. This looks like it might be personnel barracks.
Real quick before something happens here, does Claudia, does the woman in black carry a weapon of any sort?
Yes.
Okay, because I was thinking of just passing you the shotgun since you seem to be the most obvious.
Well, I'm not have my gun out. I don't know how to shoot either.
Okay, so we're all on equal footing here. Okay, so I want to make sure.
That's why I suggested you should carry the shotgun and look threatening.
Got it.
Okay.
And just to let you know, Griff, I just see a black screen.
You
Zoom
do.
out.
Okay, hold on. All right, never mind. My bad. Okay, now I see.
Yeah.
If I press Shift Enter, does that draw everyone's attention?
There we go.
Yeah, he
found
was
it.
just zoomed in because some of the map is black.
Okay.
Right. Some of it is in fog of war right now.
Okay,
Gotcha.
so
Sorry about
is
that.
this area over here what you said looks like the personnel barracks?
No, this looks like it is a shipping warehouse area. It looks
What
like
about
there are
this?
plenty of boxes stacked up and ready to go.
Oh, what about this area over here?
That looks like a small, less sturdy ramshackle shack.
Okay, let's go over here because I want to check out this car.
Well, this is outside where the security guard is.
Yeah, but the lights are out.
One of them is out.
There's only light right now in this courtyard stemming from this building, sort of in this conical area.
Yeah, so this area is shrouded in
So
darkness.
the rest of it's dark.
Correct.
Okay.
And given
Yep.
your previous successes, you are free to move about at the moment.
What luck!
Well, like-
Their exorcism failed just while we were here. What are the odds?
Well, like I said, I'm following Claudia's lead because I'm new to this
Here, I
vigil.
want to be here.
Okay,
I'm
you can
good-
just move your token over there.
Oh,
I'm new to this vigilante stuff.
Yes, you're also good at finding ways of getting around your homework.
wait, can I?
You should be able to. I just did.
Why you gotta be like this? Okay.
Are you unable to click your token?
Um.
Because if you can click it, then you have ownership of it. If you can't, then that's something Griff has to fix.
Yeah, it does say that it represents
There,
you and
okay.
you should have control over it.
Yeah, it's doing some weird jumpy thing. I don't know.
Okay.
All right.
But yes, you go over to the car, and what would you like to do?
I would like to get out a piece of paper. Since it's dark and I can't see, I'm just gonna make a rubbing of the license plate.
All right, simple enough. Doesn't even require a check. You have a rubbing of the license plate. Congratulations.
Okay. I'm going to tap you guys and point. Okay, we need that door open.
All right, I go in and I check the door open. I check the door.
All right, you go and check the door, and it is currently unlocked.
Ooh, perfect.
All right. Do I have to roll
Cody?
to quiet? Do I have to roll to quietly open it, or can we just?
That's the
quietly-
question. Are you going to quietly open it? I'm not going to make you roll. Are you opening it?
Yes, we will quietly open the door.
Right. You can see clearly into the building about this much at the moment.
Now,
Do I
who
hear
actually
anything?
has the gift of stealth?
I do.
Okay, the gift of stealth also gives you limited ability to see in the dark. So you probably have the best eyesight of any of us.
Okay. Do I hear anything?
Yes, you do. In fact, you hear the sound of movement coming from over here. It sounds like a small crowd is moving.
All right. Well, I point to Claudia and I'm like, I point to my ears and I'm like, I don't think we should go this way.
No, we're dressed as security guards. We should be fine.
Oh, okay. You just act natural.
You're a real easy sell.
Yeah. Well, let's go inside. I'm just gonna go inside because you guys aren't telling
Okay.
me.
Well, I was standing behind you, so I couldn't even see.
Okay, we'll go inside. What's in there?
This looks like a concrete corridor leading into a wider area just around the corner here.
Oh, so it really is only 10 feet wide with these weird boxes here?
2 meters wide, but
I'm assuming these boxes
yes,
are
those weird
doors.
boxes are actually doors.
Are any of them open?
Oh,
They're as cleanly marked as I can make here.
Are any of the doors open?
The one on the right now is in fact wide open.
Alright, getting
Alright,
here, I
well-
should be able to see into the door and I guess around this corner?
Yes. I'm going to go ahead and reveal this, and I'll go ahead and reveal basically the entire rest of this region.
Oh, does this place reek of lavender?
Absolutely. It
Um,
assaults your senses.
Walking forwards.
It is the
I'm
tackiest of perfume.
walking in the front. I'm gonna have, like, at least one hand behind my back. I'm gonna, like, angle my head to the right, that room over there, and, like, put 4 fingers out behind my back.
Yep. And looking into that room, it looks like some kind of workshop. And from a novice perspective, you would almost say they're working on some kind of rifle, maybe?
And I guess I'm gonna put my other hand behind my back and lean my head to the left and put 7 fingers up.
I don't know why you're doing that, but okay.
But you wanted to know information. You not figure out what that means?
4 on 7?
Yeah. I lean my head to the right and put 4 fingers up. I lean my head to the left and put 7 fingers up.
Okay, means you saw 11 people?
That means I saw 4 people to the right, 7 people to the left. You're behind me. I'm
Oh.
trying to pass you information back, silently.
Roger that. Okay. Oh, wow, there's a lot of people. Okay. Do we hear sounds of work going on in the workbench room?
Yes, you do. It sounds like people are doing some sort of work. In fact, up ahead, you can also hear the noticeable sounds of sewing machines.
Also, these work people, are they adults or children?
They seem like they're adults, but they don't seem like they're in great shape. Around the corner, to describe the sort of scene you're seeing, you see a number of vats that look like they connect to a number of pipes. If you were to say what they might be, you would, of course, say maybe they're brewing something in there. But you notice a very distinct orange fluid is sort of seeping into the sides of it, and you can kind of see the glow of it off the top, the open tops. Uh, to the further side of the building, though, it's harder to say what this machine over here is, but you could maybe roll mind academics.
Okay, I think I'll do that. Mind academic.
And of course, Claudia, as far as to your ears, there are no noises coming from over here.
Well, the people in the chemical room seem to be.
Zamek, you would identify that that looks like a apparatus for creating concrete or fertilizer. It looks like it is mixing some amount of dirt, which you can notice the subtle smell of in the building as well.
Okay, what kind of smell is it?
Like dirt.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant it was like a specific type of smell. Another question. Do we see this thing?
Yes. From all the way back there, that looks like a pile of dirt and rubble. Just piled and heaped in the corner, carelessly.
Gotcha. Okay, because for a second it looked like some sort of alien brain.
That would be a wonderful start. It's like, well, now that you notice that, roll for
The workers in this room over here,
yes.
are they, like, what do they look like other than not great?
They're all wearing boiler suits of a type, all identical in uniform. They look like they've worn down a little bit, like their cheeks are sallow and their fur is slightly bleached and oranged. They are all facing away from you.
But, I mean, they're not, like,
As by design.
chained to their tables or something like that, right?
There are no physical chains present.
Of course, this place is built like a fortress, so where would they go?
That's not the point, though. If you're... You should know better than anybody.
Well, I mean, they don't have to bolt. You don't have to chain you to the floor if they lock the gate. They lock you in a cage every day.
Yeah, but you're gonna try.
So the power only went out outside. The power is still on it.
Right.
Correct.
Okay, probably just the light that blew out.
He did mention something about an electrified fence.
Well, guys, we're in disguise. We look just like. How are these other guys dressed?
Boiler suits, that's what he just said.
Yes.
Okay. So there's nobody in security uniforms here.
Not to your initial viewing here. No, it looks like they are not here at the moment.
You mean
Okay,
those guys
well,
over here
Except
aren't?
that guy.
Yeah.
Though they're 13 meters away, I wouldn't hardly say they were nearby.
Okay, but it also means that we might not look that conspicuous. Which part of this structure do I think might have been barracks for keeping people's personal quarters?
You would say maybe closer to the front of the building.
So this one. Okay, well, except that. All right, is this door locked?
No, it is not.
I want to quietly slip inside.
All right, you will slip inside. I will reveal more room.
The kitchen.
In fact, yes, this looks like sort of a small kitchen. It's a little fancier than a break room, but definitely as cheap.
Huh. Maybe there isn't any slave labor in here. Maybe these people are. Well, actually, those people in the other room didn't look too healthy.
That's a good question. I mean, you could investigate a little bit of that.
Were they wearing protective gear, or are they just in there?
They were just sort of in there. It doesn't look like their gear is protective at all. Some of them are wearing gloves, but other ones are lacking.
Yeah. And what's in here?
This looks like a ramshackle barracks. There are a couple of wooden drawers here, but primarily a number of cots that are all just down on the concrete floor.
Interesting. Anyone in them?
No, there's nobody in them at the moment. But would you like to roll mind and observation?
I would. A mere one success.
Mere
I
one
will-
success. Well, it
I
doesn't
will-
take too much to notice that there are actually some stains of blood and plenty of orange generally around the area.
Jesus Christ.
While they're
Sorry. I forgot it's 1920s. Hell's bells.
while they're investigating that room, I think I'm gonna walk into the other and institute my way, or insinuate my way into these workers over here.
Okay. None of them are turning their heads back to look at you or anything. They all seem like they are, looking straight ahead as best as possible.
They're not working on anything right now.
They are in fact working on things. I was ultimately scrolling through my notes to find where I wrote this down. Here we go.
Okay.
So this
what
work area seems like it is divided into several different areas. One area seems to have a fair amount of woodworking, and it looks like it is making two halves of some kind of rifle-shaped object. And of course, there's a noticeable amount of glue. On some other tables, it looks like a number of those pieces, some empty glass perfume bottles, you would say, are sitting on the tables. And it looks like they are being assembled into a whole, complete with metal plating on the side, which seems